A great day, everybody. I am Latoya Nicole, author, life coach, organizer, belief therapist. And today I wanted to come and talk briefly about common reasons people procrastinate. Now, don't feel bad if you procrastinate sometimes because this is something that's common. Like you see it on the jobs, you see it within your coaching practices if you're a coach. You see it with your children if you're a parent. I mean, this stuff just happens. But what gives me pause is when it happens and the person takes residency there. That is when we should be concerned because sometimes somebody just needs to rest, you know. And it may look like you're putting something off, but sometimes you just may need to rest. And then there are other times when you're deliberately putting something off. So just figuring out who you are and looking, just reflecting on your life, paying attention to patterns, you will know if this is something that you just need to take a break or you've made this some type of behavior that you have. So I'm not going to go through like a lengthy list. I'm just going to talk about a few. Um, the first one is poor time management. Now, poor time management is something that I talk to my daughter about all the time because she's young, she's a teenager, she's running a business, and I tell her all the time, you can't sit down for 2 hours and play on your phone with your friends FaceTiming. You have stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? When you have stuff to do, you can't just sit there for 2 hours and FaceTime and talk to your friends about what happened at school and all this. You just left them. They were at school. But I had to pay attention to my daughter and I had to understand that she does that because it's something she's trying to avoid doing. And not necessarily in her business. It could be a homework assignment. She just doesn't want to do it. And when I realized it, I'm like, well, if you're struggling in this subject, why don't you just ask me to help you? Just like last night, I had to stop what I was doing to help her briefly. And once she realized and got a flow, she was able to proceed in what she needed to do. But just watching my own child, I was able to see her patterns. And when it's a challenging subject, that's when she does that. So we just have to pay attention to that kind of stuff, especially as parents. But poor time management. um I have a routine. I get up no later than 5:30 every morning, and I get things done, okay, before 8 o'clock, when it's usually the time for me to go to work, because I do work a 9 to 5. Once While I'm at work, I may take my breaks here and there. I'll come and post my content during my breaks. Sometimes I may just take a break just to unplug mentally from everything. When I get off work, I have my little schedule down on the clients that I'm going to see from my own business. And once I'm done with them, then I proceed to prepare for the next day, and I go and get me some rest because I don't stay up all night like I used to. So I have a very, very strict routine, and my routine includes meditation. My my routine includes journaling. Routine includes making sure I have my fruit together and my herbal teas together. Um, it's just a lot of things that I do. I know on Wednesdays, normally I would have my lives done before 8 o'clock, normally, but I knew today I didn't have to go to work until later. So gave me a little time to get some other things done. So poor time management is a cause of procrastination. And the root is the poor time management. So that is a simple thing that we can easily heal by helping someone develop a schedule. That is simple. That is an easy fix. And what I do when I help people with their time management, I would have them send me over what they do every waking hour in a day. And then I immediately identify space that they can do other things where they're wasting time. It's about maximizing your time. And that is a struggle for a lot of people, especially, because at one point I didn't want to get up early. I like being in that warm bed. But now, I mean, I wake up without a clock, an alarm clock. So I've made those adjustments. My body is used to waking up early. Even on weekends, I am up early, even on weekends. So that's an easy fix. Another reason um, that I have been talking about on my social media pages, people are unclear about what to do. See, it's simple things that can cause people to procrastinate, simple, easy things that can be fixed. I just used my daughter for an example with her homework. She was not sure about what to do. She's the painter, I'm the writer. Come to mom, hey mom, I'm having trouble writing this essay. Can you help me? It's I help her and she's able to do it. So even when it comes to your goals, you have goals. You want to do certain things, but you're like, I don't even know where to start. Now, as a coach that does action plans, I can take care of that part for you. I can pretty much lay out a roadmap. But if you're the type of person where you may not be able to afford coaching just yet, okay. So what you're going to do is whatever you want to do, go and research what it takes to get it done. Create some steps that you will take based on your research until it's done. Give yourself a deadline to get it done so that you can make sure you stay on track. Now, if you're dealing with poor time management and being unclear, you may need to hire a coach because that means you are going to say, well, I don't have time to research. And then there's the people that make excuses about every single thing. Now, that part, the that's when you get deeper into self-sabotage and stuff like that. So I would recommend those people seeing a counselor because that's when you know something is deeper. Because we're going to make an excuse about everything. We're going to make an excuse about research when we're on social media hours on end and you can research from your phone. So that's when we know there's a deeper root there, or that whatever it is that you say you're interested in, it's not important to you. It's really not. It may just be something that someone said you should consider this because you're good at that. But deep down, that's really not what you want to do. But you entertained it because whoever said it has a significant voice in your life. So said that to say, make sure you're doing what you desire and not what someone suggested to you, because that will lead to procrastination as well. That will. If you came from a family of teachers, you may be the one that don't want to teach, but yet you're doing it because you feel like you have to maintain some type of family legacy. And if you do anything else, then you're going to go against the family and then it's going to cause all kinds of problems. So now you're really miserable. You're really miserable. And you've used teaching to procrastinate when there's something else that you want to do. It's so many different angles you can come from this with. I had to come on live and tell people to stop calling people that procrastinate lazy, because that's not it. They're not lazy. Lazy people don't do anything. People that procrastinate, actually, they are active. They're just not being productive towards what it is that they desire and what they want out of life. So it's a big difference. And we got to stop calling people that procrastinate lazy. We got to stop doing that. So poor time management, unclear about what to do. And then I think I'll do one more. One more would be You lack interest because you can't see where it's going. We lose interest when we can't see where things are going. Although we walk by faith and not by sight. But if you can't see where something's going, losing interest real fast. I mean, really fast. And that's problematic because you're not being integral. You're confessing one thing, but you feel something completely different. So you're not being integral with yourself. I'm not talking about other people, I'm talking about you. I want to start this business, but I can't see where if this is going to pay off in the end. If you work the business, it'll pay off. It'll pay off. You do the research, you file all the proper documentation that you need. If you brand and market properly, it will pay off. But and if you're consistent, that's the other thing, because we're not consistent. We'll start something and we don't maintain the momentum, and then when stuff starts falling off, we looking like, what happened? You happened because you didn't maintain consistency. So not being able to see where something is going is another reason why people procrastinate. So if you are a confessor of you walk by faith and not by sight, you got to hold up your end of the bargain. And you said you walk by faith and not by sight, because you're not going to always see where something is going. Sometimes you just got to step out there. You just got to step out. And you're not going to always see. You're not going to always be able to see. I'll never forget the dream I had where I was flying a plane through clouds and I was not able to see where I was going. But I went. And eventually, as I got, further to my destination, I was able to see things more clear. So you really have to step out and trust that if you work this thing how it needs to be worked, it's going to get you to where you need to go. So those are my 3 reasons I wanted to discuss today. The common reasons people procrastinate: poor time management. They're not certain about what to do. And let me go back to that one, because even if it's your vision or someone else's vision that you're helping them. And when I say someone else's, it could be your job that you work on. If they are not clear about their expectations of you, then you could be on your job procrastinating. So poor time management, unclear about what to do, and you lack interest because you can't see where something is going. Hope something I said sparks further research, further study of yourself, so that you can pick up onto your patterns and your behaviors and make the proper shift. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing day.